Welcome to Birds of a Feather Who Knit Together. My name is Juniper.
And I'm Carol, and we're coming to you from Savannah, Georgia, from the Frayed Knot, which is a knitting store that Jennifer owns.
And today we're going to talk all about our beautiful shawls that we've made. Not all of them, but some of them. And I am wearing one that Carol has made called Betwixt. It's by Amber O'Brien, and it's festive because this is October, and it's got these wonderful cool skulls on it.
I call it my spooky shawl.
It's so fun. And the colors are amazing. And she did it in Life in the Long Grass, which, so it's Madeline Tosh. There we go. Life in the Long Grass. And they have singles and they have heathered ones too. So you can do either one of them.
This is kind of speckledy, the lighter color.
Mm-hmm.
And then this part up here is mosaic knitting. And even though it looks very, very complicated, let's hide that closer as well. The effect is basically made by using garter stitch to give some texture and then doing slip stitches. And that is, so it's very simple to do. And if you're a beginner, it's a great way to learn how to read a chart. There's no carrying floats along the back. You're just, because you're just slipping the stitch, you never go more than a couple of stitches. And so that's that one.
This is fun.
Yes, that part was, and it was fun to knit. I really enjoyed. I like knitting things from a chart. So,
well, the other thing I'm wearing is a cardigan, and it's using the yarn of Manos. It's called Silk Blend, and they still have it. I just don't have any in the shop right now, and I have no pattern name to go with it because I kind of had leftover yarn and just started making something that I thought I would like because I'm all about the cardigan still. And this has been about 5 or 6 years, but.
And the Silk Blend is a very nice, warm, soft yarn. It feels good against the skin, and it's quite drapey. It's more drapey than just a wool.
Yeah.
So, yes.
And it's warm because it's now gotten a little chilly.
Yes, finally. We've been waiting long enough.
Have we?
So I am all loaded down with scarves and sweaters too. So this one is called Drake's Passage, and I've been wearing this a lot. I went on a cruise to Antarctica 2 years ago with Casapinka, Bronwyn, her name is, and that's the person who designed this pattern. So it's called Drake's Passage because when we were down there, we went through Drake's Passage, and it can be pretty dangerous in the winter, but we did not go in the winter.
Perfect colorways. I mean, that's
yes.
Definitely...
The idea of I chose the colorways to try and mimic some of the colors that I saw out there. The icebergs were pretty amazing against the ocean, and then you would see the rocks coming up, or the dry land coming up out of the sea. When we got down there, you can't go on the land. Well, you can go on the land, but it's really only scientists and the people who are down there working for the government that go on shore in Antarctica. We just looked at it from the ship.
That's pretty interesting.
But it was a great cruise. It was lovely. So Casapinka was one of the designers that was there with us, and she was a lot of fun. We really enjoyed her company. And also Barry Klein, who is an older designer or a more established designer, I should say. And he was absolutely lovely too and did some wonderful classes. So that is that shawl.
What yarn did you use?
Yes,
yarn?
The plain one is moss. She's one of our local hand dyers. She's in Atlanta now. And the other one is Madeline Tosh. And they have lovely hand dye colors too. And it feels really nice. And the twist of the two yarns is very similar. So they were good to work with together. And it was a very fun pattern to knit. You can see the different stitch textures. And it feels good.
I like it a lot. And it goes with so much. The colors are great.
Yes.
Good choice.
Thank you. And then this sweater I've had for a long time. This one's called Papa. And it's from Junko Okamoto. And it's color work. It's nice and wide. Very comfortable. I'm just wearing it over a t-shirt. When I did the color work, it was when I was less confident with my color work. And as you can see, I picked up a lot of floats. And
it still looks great.
It still looks good, but I've since learned that the longer you can leave the floats, the more flexible your fabric will be. And so now I leave my floats much longer. But having said that, this worked very well. It's very comfortable, nice and woolly. Unfortunately, I'm not sure what this wool
I
was.
thought it was in Blue Sky worsted.
Yes, Blue
So,
Sky. So
Woolstock.
Woolstock worsted. So it really is good for stitch definition, and it because it's nice and woolly, your stitches will sit nice and flat when you block it.
I love the cartoon effect of the flowers on there. I wanted one in red. I just haven't made it.
Yes,
I
I think the
like
photo on the pattern is done in red.
Oh, that's probably why I wanted.
So yes,
everybody always wants what you see first, right? That's the one you want.
Yeah. So we'll link the pattern, and you can see the photos then.
Well, another shawl that's very popular is the pressed flower shawl. This is a shop sample that Carol made many years ago.
Yes, quite a few years ago.
The color combos, I think, are great. We ended up running out of the darker pink and selected the lighter pink to go along with it. And all of a sudden, there was a border that formed, which was a happy accident, right? We were all panicky because we couldn't find that color anymore. But this was done in Serena. Unfortunately, Serena has been discontinued. So if you love Serena, run out and grab everything you can find right now. I did love Serena. It was one of my favorites.
It really is. It has a lovely drape to it. But this other one, this is another pressed flowers. It's another example of mosaic knitting, by the way, which, again, very, very simple. It's the garter stitch that gives the texture. And this one is you use some stockinette for the motifs and then garter stitch in between. And this one is worked in Manos Fino, which is 100% wool from Manos del Uruguay.
It looks like this?
Yes.
It's lovely yarn. It's just a single ply.
They have a lot of different colors, so it's a great one for doing color work in. And it's very soft. You can definitely have it up around your neck and around your face. Yes. So
it looks like a lot of work, but it's really not that much work.
No, it's not as much work as you would think, because all you're doing is slipping. And it's very, very repetitive as well. But it has enough interest in it because you're doing a bit of shaping, and then you change the pattern a bit for the border. So
and Amy Christoffers is a great designer. She has very unique ways of coming about very amazing options. She's done a sweater in this. There's a hat version of this.
And a cardigan. Yep.
So I really like a lot of her patterns. I think they're easy to understand, right? It's written something that you're gonna understand what she's saying. Unlike some patterns. This one's really pretty though. Good job, Carol.
Yes.
2 of them. So it must not have been too bad. You made 2 in a row.
No, I really enjoyed making them. Yeah, they were great. Yeah, good shop knitting.
Well, I have a couple of shawls that I've worked on. This one is called Close to You, and I cannot pronounce her name. Carol, can you please help me?
Yes, this is Justina Larkowska.
Excellent. This is done in our shop yarn, moss, and it's just one skein. Everybody always comes in, and when you're traveling, a lot of people get one skein of a colorway from a shop that might be a hand dyer in the area. And so this is my answer of what can I do with that? So just one skein. It's got a little bit of jagged edge to it, a few yarn overs, and the rest of it's in garter stitch. So if you have a one skein out there, 390 yards, I believe is what was required.
And it's a good long one too, so you can wrap it around.
It does wrap well. Yeah, I do.
Because that's something to think about. You don't want a scarf that's too short or it'll be impossible to wear.
It's comfortable.
Yes.
So yeah, that one's a good one for that.
And then what about, are you going to show the Dragonfly Wings too?
Now this one I make a lot of. It's another one that doesn't require a lot of yarn. This is a lace weight yarn on this one. Let's see, which way does it go? It's called Dragonfly Wings, and it's very long. Is it upside down?
It's that wrong way round.
Oh, okay, one more time.
You're supposed to look at the back side.
I like the fact that it wraps several times, but it's not heavy. It's just sort of like decoration.
It's so very soft. This is the Exquisite, right, from West Yorkshire Spinners.
It is, which is a really lightweight yarn too. This is the four-ply version. You can use any weight that you want for it, but this one was Exquisite that I made this one out of. And I made it actually for Halloween because it's black and, but this one is very drapey. And it's very light. It kind of reminds me of my version of the petite knits Sophie scarf that a lot of people make and wear. This one was mine. It just was easy to wear. I grabbed it all the time and made sense. But so Dragonfly Wings, it's by Boo Knits. I like that one a lot.
Yeah.
Now there's some amazing things coming up that Carol's created. Wait to see this one.
So now we're getting into the lace, and I knitted these quite a while ago. All of these back when I used to have to make my yarn last longer, and so I would knit really big, complicated things. So this one is called Shipwreck Shawl, and it's knitted from the middle. You see, there's a nice big motif in the middle, and then all the way out to the edge where you have this fishing net look. And if you look closely, you can see there's beads. There's 4,000 beads.
It's hard to get a whole picture in there.
And when I first read the pattern and I read 4,000 beads, I was completely overwhelmed.
That would be very overwhelming indeed.
But, and I threaded them. If I did another beaded shawl or scarf, I would definitely use the crochet hook method to add the beads instead of threading, because it really took a very long time, and you have to thread. You can't thread too many or you'll wear your yarn out. So then you have to keep starting new pieces of yarn. So it was, yeah, I've learned a lot since then. And then I dyed this myself as well. This was an early escapade into dyeing, and this is a silk wool blend. All I remember is it's silk and wool, and I just bought cream colored, and so it took up the dye in a slightly, just very slightly mottled way, which is really pretty. So yeah,
feels great. Now, how does one wear a circle shawl?
And you can, what I usually do is fold it half, not quite halfway, but like that, so that you can see quite a bit of the design.
Okay.
And then you've got a little bit, you've got to.
And so that wraps around you?
Yes, and it's a nice big one there. That is so cozy. I wear that around my shoulders at home, you know, when it's cold. And,
it's pretty.
Yes, and I'm just sitting around and want a little bit more warmth.
I think it'd be pretty for a wedding.
Yes, it would be good for a winter wedding if you needed to put something over an outfit.
Very nice.
So yeah,
cozy,
so that's
cozy
that
and
one.
Nice.
And then the next lace one is going to be this one, which is called Cathedral Window.
Oh, so pretty.
And again, it was started in the very middle and then worked out, and you can see why it's called Cathedral Window. The motifs are very rose window looking.
Mm-hmm.
Again, it was really fun to knit. It needed a fair bit of concentration. When I started doing these big ones, it was right around the time when I discovered stitch markers.
Oh.
And stitch markers changed my life.
I bet they did.
Yes. Because I started off doing a few, when I first did lace, I did a few lace knit berets. And with a beret, it's just a small motif, and it doesn't take very long. And I was just knocking them out, you know. But then I started knitting this, and I realized it was when I first met Juniper. And so because I joined a group, we were knitting one day, and I saw this lady had all this stuff hanging up. I said, what do you got hanging on your knitting? And she said, oh, these are stitch markers, and they were all little fancy ones, and it looked so cool. So of course I immediately bought a whole bunch of stitch markers. But my favorite stitch markers now are the plain little round brass ones that don't get caught on anything.
The hanging ones kind of get caught in my
Yes, the hanging ones
are good for crochet though.
And they're good if you want to just mark the beginning of the row if you're knitting in the round. But I don't want one every 12 stitches. And with this, obviously, you need a lot of markers.
You sure would.
And also, I was using interchangeable needles back then, and I had more than one occasion when a few of my 800 and whatever stitches, because it came unscrewed. So use your little tool. If you have interchangeable needles, use that little sticker tool to tighten them really well.
We can pick your stitches up, but we don't want to.
No, we don't want to. We don't have to. And then this is dyed with indigo. And again, it was an early adventure into indigo. I think I just used something that I got at a craft store and just made at home. But since then, I've been on a trip with the Fibre Guild from Savannah to Ossabaw Island, which is one of our barrier islands, where they have indigo naturally growing. And they didn't actually use that to make the vats. They used purchased indigo, but they made a vat for cotton, plant fibers, and then a vat for wool. And we all brought stuff and dyed, because the vats were made in trash cans. It was like a huge trash can full of dye, quite a lot of work. So she prepared it all, and then we just showed up and dyed our stuff.
Nice.
So when you first dip your piece into the indigo and pull it out, it is dyed lime green. And then you can see it as you pull it out, you can see it change in front of your eyes as soon as it hits the air, and it ends up blue.
It's the oxygen that changes.
And yes, it oxidizes into this blue color. So so that was a really fun thing.
It's amazing to watch, isn't it?
Yes,
it's
it is.
Magic.
It is. And it was great that somebody prepared all that, and we just enjoyed it. And the other thing they have on Ossabaw Island is wild donkeys. So it's a very fun place to visit if you're ever down here. And then, the other thing I was going to mention about indigo. I do love indigo. I don't know whether you could tell by how I'm rattling on. But there's a book that's written about this part of the country, because there used to be a huge trade in indigo in South Carolina and Georgia. And this book is called The Indigo Girl. And it's about a girl whose father went off to war and basically left her with his indigo company, and how she copes with it. And
it's a very good book.
It's excellent. It's just a slim volume, very quick read. And it was just so interesting and very uplifting too.
Yeah.
So so give that a read if you feel like it.
Indigo is also the dye that they use on your blue jeans, and you'll notice how your blue jeans fade. It's because that's right, because it sits on the surface of anything. It doesn't go through or penetrate it. So that's why indigo kind of fades over time. It's because it just falls off of it. Lovely idea.
Yes.
We should do another indigo dyeing.
We definitely should. Yeah, I think people would have a lot, because people did tie-dye. They brought their stuff all tied up with rubber bands and everything.
That sounds fun.
Yeah.
I like that idea.
Yeah.
Well, another beautiful shawl.
Okay. And then this last big lace one. This one is called Arsenic and Old Lace. And it is, again, knitted from the center out to the edges. And it is based on the movie Arsenic and Old Lace. The pattern is by Bill Thomas. And unfortunately, he doesn't, his patterns aren't published anymore. So the pattern is no longer available, sadly.
That's disappointing, because it's so amazing.
Yes, but I just want to encourage you, by showing these, to go on Ravelry and look for, if you like doing this kind of thing, look for lace shawl patterns, because there's plenty of choice.
True.
So the movie is about two naughty old ladies who decided that they were going to help single older gentlemen on their merry way to heaven, because they thought they were helping them. So by the time their nephew, who is played by Cary Grant in the first movie in 1944, and then by Boris Karloff in the second one, which is in the 60s, and he arrives and he finds out they've killed quite a few people at this point. And so there's a little romantic comedy in there as well, I think, where he meets the neighboring girl or whatever. But essentially, he's got to try and fix this mess that his naughty aunties made. So what they do is they make elderberry wine. And in the middle, we have an elderberry flower. And then they put into it some strychnine, some cyanide, and some arsenic. And it's only a pinch of cyanide, they say. Anyway, so we've got a chemical formula here for cyanide. And then round the edge, we've got skulls. Again, second project that I knitted
I like that,
with skulls in them. So there you go. And then I dyed this with a lavender, because I thought that was kind of a good old lady color.
Yeah.
So there we are. That's that. And that's
too.
just a wool. Both of the ones I showed you are knitted in wool, and they're very lightweight. I would say they're lace weight. So our suggestion for yarns that you don't have to dye yourself is the Amano Arni. We've shown this before. I've knitted some vest in this before. It's absolutely beautiful. It's very, very soft. It is, baby alpaca and silk. I mean, it's just delightful.
Which would be wonderful.
So that would be a wonderful one for those shawls.
Love this one. One of my favorites that
Yes.
you've made. Very, very beautiful.
Okay. So this is the last lace shawl, and it is called Waiting for Rain. It's by Sylvia McFadden, and that's the lace portion. It is knitted in Juniper Moon Findley, which is a beautiful lace weight silk yarn. Is it just silk or is it silken wool?
I think it's silken wool.
Silken wool. Feels really nice. You can wear it right against your neck.
Yeah.
Feels good. And this pattern was very fun to knit. It uses short rows to create these kind of windows of lace.
Very pretty.
So there was lots of interest. You know, you've got your lace, you've got some garter stitch for easy knitting, and then your short rows to just give you a bit of design interest.
Beautiful.
And I wear this a lot. You just wear the
in the front.
Main part at the front, and that sides around, and there you're ready for a coat or whatever you want to. And it's not too heavy against your neck either, so it's good for this climate where we don't get too cold.
Very nice.
Yeah.
Well,
so
I think that's all the shawls
that's the
at the
shawls.
moment. What do you have on your needles? You've been so busy.
Oh my goodness. So let's do this one first because you've seen it before. So this one is called, oh dear, I left it in the middle of the row. How naughty.
Shame, shame.
This one is soft currant tea, and it is by, I've forgotten, but I'll put it down at the bottom. So it is a V-neck at the front, and then it just has a little bit of a dip at the back.
That's great.
And the lace is going to, so I started off by knitting, wait, let's hold it like that. Yeah, thanks. So I started off by knitting this part and then this part and then joining them. Oh no, I joined those here. So I knitted a little bit and then joined across, and then I'm working the back backwards and forwards. And then on the front, you knit the front first, you come down to the V before you join it, and then start knitting back and forth. When you have a pattern that is a little different on the front from the back, especially if the front is more heavily patterned, it's good to knit the front first. Because you never know how it might affect your tension if it's a heavy pattern, especially if it's cabling or color work.
Right.
So that is that, yes. And you're supposed to do a provisional cast on and then start the back. But I cast on and then picked up the cast on edge. And I think it gives a nice...
Yeah, you need that little edge for shaping.
Exactly. Well, yes, exactly. Because part of it was because I didn't feel like doing it. But another part was because you don't have quite as much stretchiness when you have when you've picked up a cast on edge, which means you have a bit more stability in your shoulder seam.
Yeah, it'll fit the body better.
Yeah.
I don't want to think about the shape of the body.
I think so.
I think this is lovely.
It is lovely. And the yarn is Knitting for Olive, pure silk. It's a recycled silk, so it's guilt-free. And I think I'm going to really enjoy wearing it.
So it's fun to knit, and you're going to love to wear it.
Yeah.
So that's a win-win.
Yeah. But it's this is on a bit of a go slow at the moment because of it being a t-shirt, so there's no hurry really. And my little butterfly mind got hooked into something else because we're doing a mini knit along. There's 3 of us so far, but we'll see if anybody else joins in. And this is Gnoel Gnome. He's cute. And he's by Sarah Shearer. And that lady writes the best gnome patterns. She's very prolific, and her patterns are very nicely written. Lots of explanations, lots of videos attached if you need them. Yeah. And I've knitted quite a few of her gnomes. So this guy is Gnoel. So
that's the hat.
There's the hat. You start by knitting the hat.
It's done in felted tweed.
Yes, felted tweed. Lots of colors, so you can choose whatever you want. And he is going to. This is I've started his body now. You pick up his body by flipping the brim back, and then you pick up along here. And then just start knitting his body down, and he's just getting bigger. He's going to have a nose that just goes here, so his hat brim will come over his nose, and that's all you'll see of his face.
It hasn't taken you long at all.
No, it hasn't. I started this a few days ago because I just got a little excited about it. So
he's adorable. I can't wait to see him finish.
And felted tweed is really nice to knit with as well. It's and it's good for color work. It's a nice woolly wool, so the stitches. I'm going to block him, I think, before I stuff him, just to make the color work look better.
Does she require us?
I don't think you need
it.
She doesn't really. In fact, she suggests stuffing. We'll see.
As you go?
Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
you knit the whole body before you stuff. So
Okay.
I'll see how I feel. And then the good thing about it is inside, when you do all your color changes, he's going to get stuffed. So all I did was just tie my loose ends together and then just leave
How
them.
nice is that?
Yes, no end weaving. Nobody
Love
wants
that.
to do that. So that's Gnoel.
He's going to be so fun.
Yes.
Can't wait to see him.
Yes.
Well, I'm still working on my flume.
It's grown a lot, though.
It has grown. We went out the other night and went to, what's the name of the restaurant? I don't even remember.
The Municipal
which is
Hotel on Broughton Street in
It's
Savannah.
amazing. I love it.
Yes.
I love the way it's designed and looked. We got cocktails and had a little bit of dinner, and they had like a little sofa section that we all sat in.
Yes.
And so we all
Good
knitted
food.
while we were there. So I got a little bit work done, but then I got home and I had to take out all of the rows that I had done there that night because it was a little dark.
I couldn't see. I only knitted about 2 rows, and I did it blind.
Don't drink and do it. But anyway, I've now joined it. I did have just 2 panels before. It's kind of difficult to hold up, but the 2 panels, and here's the
folds back.
The sleeve portion. There we go. So it's coming along. That's the neck with the sleeves, or the place where the sleeves shall be.
Yes.
And it has a little bit of a pattern on it, and that's what I messed up the other night, was the pattern.
That's tricky to do in the dark too, or in the dim light.
We were watching for stars because of the film festival that's in town.
Yes.
I didn't recognize anybody, but Tuesday said that we saw a few people that might have been somebody.
Well, now, didn't your husband see Miles?
He did.
What was his last name? Miles? Oh my goodness, I'm showing my age now.
I don't know.
I'm sure you guys will be going, Miles so-and-so. Anyway, we'll put his name down at the bottom.
He's been all about
Tennant?
downtown.
No, not Tennant. Something like that. Something beginning with T. Anyway, he's a young actor and he's been seen a lot, hasn't he?
I don't watch movies very often, so I'm really out of it.
Yeah.
Shamefully out of it. But it's cool to have all that energy in town. They have like a red carpet where they're interviewing everybody, and
you can't park at all.
No. I thought I was far enough away from it, but the shop's been quite busy.
Yeah, I had a good walk today to get here. So, but it's fun. I'm hoping to see Will Arnett. That's the person that I know who's here, and also Brendan Fraser is here. So and maybe we'll get lucky.
Who was in Star Wars?
And Mark Hamill.
Right.
Yes,
I think he was there last night, so we weren't down there at the time when he was down there. But it's exciting. That's going on downtown. I mean, this past weekend's been super crazy. There was Waggaween.
That's so cute with the dogs.
Isn't it? They people dress up their animals and go trick-or-treating at all the businesses in the local historic district. And that's super cute. And then there was a gay pride
event.
Right?
They had a thing in the park, in Forsyth Park. Forsyth Park's a lovely place to have events as well, with all the trees and the open areas for people to mill around. I'm sure that was very colourful, that event.
That's a happy day. I love it when that happens.
We were too busy knitting to go, unfortunately.
I know. And then our friend did the witches dance. Jessica Lebos, she does it each year, and she did it at the Gay Pride Festival on stage, which I'm sure was quite a hoot to watch.
Oh, that must have been fun.
Yeah. And we do have something new in this shop that maybe your shop carries too. Madeline Tosh and Della did a joint grouping, I guess, for a bit.
Collab.
That's
a new word. Collab.
Collabs. And so you can get a Thanksgiving bag and a dyed yarn for Thanksgiving, or they're calling it Yarnsgiving. And those are the colorways that they all have.
The colorways are fun, especially the turkey dinner.
It's true. I just love the bags, though. Every time they have a bag, I'm like, I want that bag.
Yes,
they're so useful.
Very
they come
handy.
with pockets inside, and so that's fun, something to get for the upcoming holidays. Now that our October is now almost done. I love October.
I do too.
One of my favorite months.
You can't have enough bags.
I don't think so.
As soon as you have more than one project, then you need more than one bag.
That's right.
So, yes.
And who only works on one project?
Exactly.
Very few people.
Bags, and then you need baglets to go inside your bags.
Correct.
Too.
That's right. So exciting.
Yes.
Well, do you have anything else to share at the moment?
I think that we have pretty much covered everything for this episode, actually.
Well, hopefully we inspired you with 1 or 2, maybe 3 items. We really enjoy bringing you all of our goodies that we make and share with you. So, Thanks for watching. We really appreciate it. And if you enjoyed it, give us a good like.
And subscribe.
And we'll see you again soon.
Bye.
Bye.